Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, we got it. I'm still working out some kinks with this software. But what's up, family? What's up, everybody? This is Joshua Black, the Urban Black Vegan. And welcome to the Adventures of the Broccoli Boy Wonder. It's all about vegan observations and conversation. Okay, tonight we're just going to wing it tonight because I did not bring my notes with me. So I don't have my notes with me. So this is going to be an open forum. We're going to talk about anything and everything that's on your mind. Now, if you're checking in from wherever in the country, please let me know where you're checking in from. How's the vegan scene in your community? And I wasn't on Monday. So let me know, how was your weekend? I usually ask that every Monday. Let me know how was your weekend. And let's talk about any pressing issues that you may have about your vegan journey. Oh, and I do have some announcements. Although I did not bring my notes, I will have some announcements. And let me get out of this screen, okay? Bear with me as I figure this out. No, that's not it. We're still working on it. Okay. Okay. All right. We got it. Oh, hey, Everett. What's going on? How are you? Checking in from RV. Does it say RVA? Let me see. RV. Okay. Checking in from RVA. What's going on, brother? How are you? How is the vegan scene out there? How you been? How was your weekend? And also, I think I want to know, what was the last vegan meal that you had? What was the last thing you had? What was the last vegan meal that you had? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about if it was a good vegan meal. When I say good, it was healthy. Or was it a unhealthy vegan meal? And what could you do to make that vegan meal healthier? Let me know. But once again, this is the Adventures of the Broccoli Boy Wonder. I'm going to be with you for about an hour or so. Now, what I had intended to do was to launch, but we're still going to launch this thing. And it's probably going to be, by the end of this week, a brand new Facebook group to support this show that I do every week. Now, what we're going to do with this Facebook group is going to be a little different. Here's my plan. I am looking to team up with another viewer. Her name is Tracy Cox. She's in Chicago, and we're teaming up together. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a vegan Facebook group that's also going to have a meditation component. So we'll have online, live, free meditation. We'll have tips, tricks, ways to approach it, the different types of meditation, because I believe that meditation is kind of like, should be married to your vegan journey, because I believe it's helping. And I've been been trying to meditate with the help of Tracy, my breathing coach. That's what I've given her that name. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So this new channel, not new channel, but this new page, this new group, Facebook group, and it's going to be a private group. Only way you can get into it is by knowing about it from this particular show. Oh, hey, Sabrina Freeman says, my last meal was a collard green wrap, solid green smoothie. I'm doing raw October. Okay, Sabrina, but here's the deal. Did you cook it or did you go out and buy it? And if you did cook it, tell us what you did to prepare that wrap. Was it totally raw? Did you steam it? Or like, what did you do? And why are you doing this 30-day raw challenge? Hey, CC, how are you? Glad that you checked in. Hey, Sophia Bailey. Oh, all the way from the UK. Richmond, Virginia, New Jersey vegan moved down from DC. Okay, Everett, it says you were in New Jersey. Okay. My brother used to live in New Jersey. He lived in Sicklerville. He is now in Delaware. But I want to welcome you all. Let me know, what was your last meal? If you cooked it or you went out to buy it, how was it? Was it healthy? And Sabrina, I know you're right here in Philly. Let me know, why are you doing this 30-day raw challenge? I don't have no desire to be raw. I just don't. But I would love to know your reasons on why you're doing it. Okay, Sabrina says, no, she got it from Raw Can Roll. Raw Can Roll. That's interesting. Oh, hey, Robin, how are you? Thank you for checking in. Make sure you let me know where you're checking in from. I would love to hear, and let me know how the vegan scene is, and let me know what was your last vegan meal. Let's talk about it. I want to see if we can get some new interesting meals and ideas for people to share. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Thanks for checking in. I'm glad that you checked in. I'm not sure this is your first time here. If not, let me know where you're checking in from. How is the vegan scene where you are? Or maybe you're not even vegan. And, let's find out. Okay, so as you guys may know, tonight's topic is not, let me take this off. Okay, tonight I forgot all my notes, so we're just going freestyle. We're going to talk about anything and everything vegan. We'll talk about, but I am announcing a brand new Facebook group that is going to be focused on meditation with my my vegan friend in Chicago. Her name is Tracy Cox. We are going to do online free meditation. You'll start seeing things posted on my page about meditation. I'm still up in the air about the name for this new page, but stay tuned. It's going to be up and running by Friday. And I think I'm going to do another Facebook Live before then to kind of like initiate the launch and like pass out the link for people to get on. All right. Hey, Sophia, I know you. Sophia, I think you've checked in before. I know you're in the UK. How are things going? What was your last vegan meal? I would love to hear, what is your last vegan meal? Was it healthy? If it wasn't healthy, why wasn't it healthy? And do you have intentions on making it healthy? And also, did you cook it yourself? Yeah, did you cook it yourself? Do you cook yourself or do you eat out a lot? Now, this past weekend, there were a lot of, on the East Coast, there's been like a ton of different vegan events. I didn't go to any. And there was a vegan event this past weekend right outside Philadelphia called at the Phoenixville Veg Fest. I didn't go. And you know what? More and more, I'm losing interest in going to these vegan veg festivals. I don't know if it's not an educational component, like, cause I'm gonna walk around, but I'm definitely not going to eat the food, because 9 times out of 10 there's no healthy vegan food, and I'm just turned off by deep fried vegan junk food. I don't know. So I haven't been going to any veg fest lately, and but I'm looking for one, see I can attend, something that has some healthy options, or at least a speaker or two speaking about healthy vegan food or issues and concerns that fall outside of the plate. So, okay, let's see what we have going on. Oh, Robin, you made your own dressing. Yes. Oh, okay. I make my own dressing too. I like creamy dressing, so it's usually cashew based, and also either sunflower based. I love either or. So it's always a nut base. And recently I just had some pine nuts the other day. Pine nuts are extremely expensive, but I'm going to tell you something. If you've never tried pine nuts, they are very good. I love pine nuts. I can't even describe the taste. But yeah, Robin, let me know, how did you make that? How did you make your dressing? What type of dressing? See, I don't use any oil, so nothing that I make has oil in it. So I'm very curious to hear how you made and what type of dressing did you make. Please share, because this is how people get ideas. This is how I get ideas. This is how other viewers are getting ideas. There's a lot of people who aren't posting. They're going to get ideas. So definitely make sure you share. Hey, CC, how are you? Thanks for checking in. Okay, let's see what CC has to say. My last vegan meal was a Dave's Killer Bread 21 seed. Bread 21 seed. Okay, 21 seed bread with vegan mayo, mixed greens, tomatoes, mustard, and some tofurkey deli slices. I must admit, it sounds good. It definitely sounds good. Now, you use the vegan mayo. Now, I don't personally use vegan mayo. Let me change it up. the vegan mayo that I make, I'm going to make my own. Any kind of like vegan spread. I'm not going to buy anything in a bottle. I'm not going to buy the Just Mayo, the Hellman's brand. I'm not going to buy any of that because it's nothing but oil. And if you turn it around and look at the ingredients, you're going to see that it says oil, which is 100%, which is nothing but fat. I mean, just think about it. There's 120 calories in 1 tablespoon of oil. Why am I just adding empty calories? Well, I don't. I choose not to. So let me know, what vegan brand of mayo did you use? Or were you adventurous and you made your own mayo? Hey, Leah, how are you? Checking in from Minneapolis. Okay, Leah says, I'm checking in from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I am interested in the meditation group. Last week's topic was very educational and inspiring. Looking forward to the announcement. Thanks. Yes, Leah, make sure you stay tuned because we are going to launch this group. I'm really excited. Tracy has said that she is going to lead some free meditation, some free live meditations. Now, and it's going to launch on Friday. Make sure that you guys check my page because I'm going to be dropping hints and information on where you guys can go to get the information. It's going to be a closed group or a secret group. I don't know. But I just want people who are truly interested. I don't want people who are just lurkers. I want people who are actually going to partake and use the information and want to like benefit from meditation, want to benefit from vegan conversation that's more than just me posting recipes or people posting recipes. You can get that in any vegan group. That's why this group, and that's why it's taken me so long to put a group together, because I don't want a group where just people are posting recipes and posting pictures of food that they've eaten at some random vegan restaurant. We're not going to do that. This is going to be a group that's going to have actionable posts that you can take action on to help you in your journey to being that wholly healthy person. That's the goal. That's the goal. Okay, Sophia Bailey. Homemade, no oil stir fry. Yes, no oil. All right, just steamed it with water, mushrooms, kale, red pepper. I love this peanut base, seitan style saute style sauce made up on the spot. Brown rice steam. Yes, Sophia, I love it. I love it. I love the fact that people are figuring out that you don't need to add oil to your meals. I think a lot of times we do that just unconsciously. We just add the oil. It's just like, oh, I can't live without this. Or, okay, you put the oil in. But you don't have to. I love that. Now, I'm hoping you guys are going to be checking people. I'm asking people to post the last thing that they ate, because I think that's a great way to get ideas for yourself. Get ideas for your own meal prep. So post the last meal that you ate. Also, post if you made it yourself, and let us know what was in it. Like how you made it. Like, let's get to the details. Did you use a lot of salt? And what type of salt did you use? Because, see, the devil is in the details. Like, yes, if I said I made this dish but didn't state that it was made with a half cup of oil, that I had soy sauce and I added sugar, then it's defeating the purpose of trying to be healthy. So what we want to try to do when we post meals, we want to also post some of the details about that meal. Did you add any sugar, any artificial sugar? Was there any oil added? How much salt? Did you use soy sauce? If you did you use Bragg's? Like, what goes into making up that meal? And that's why I'm always so hesitant of going to like Veg Fest and eating anything, because just because there's no animals in it doesn't mean no animals are going to be harmed. Because if I eat that, and me being a human animal, quote unquote, then the harm may not be to the four-legged animals, but it's going to harm this two-legged animal. So I don't know. Maybe I know too much about too much, but I don't go. Hey, Marion, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. And also double thanks for adding your voice to the conversation, because this is how we learn, by people adding in their voice, bringing up topics and issues, we all have a fuller understanding at the end of the day. So let's read what you have to say. I'm posting it up here so you guys who cannot, turn up the volume, maybe you at work, I don't know, but you can read along. It says, hello, I am a first-time participant. I am an American living in Ireland. There are many options for vegan eating around. Oh, really? I am not a vegan. I do meditate daily and love it. I do a lot of cooking for my family with care and love. I am interested in your new page and will check it out. I must sleep as it is near. Oh, it's almost 1 a.m. But I really appreciate you joining me, Marion. And yes, please check back. Now you know the page. We will be posting this. And you don't have to be vegan. I just hope that maybe through the meditation, through reading some of the posts, hearing some of the awesome testimonies from some of the people who are vegan and have been able to couple meditation with their veganism, some of the amazing life changes that have happened because of that. So thank you so much for joining. This is a safe place or safe space for vegans, non-vegans, and all those in between. I like to say the vegans, non-vegans, those who are only vegan on Monday, those who are only vegan at home, those who are only vegan in front of other vegans. You know what I'm talking about. But thanks for joining, Marion. I really appreciate you. So once again, guys, my name is Joshua Black, the Urban Black Vegan. This is episode, I've done many episodes, but since with this new software, this is episode number 2. All right, this is episode number 2. And I am announcing that by the end of this week, we're launching a brand new Facebook group, which will be a totally private or secret. I'm not sure the terminology that Facebook uses, but you will need to come through either me or Tracy Cox to join on board with this group. This group will be all about veganism and meditation. Now, I do have a name. I'm going to tell you what this name is, right? I'm going to tell you what the name is going to be. Unless I think of another one. But right now, the name is Vegan, Meditate, and Chill. That's going to be what it's, because this is a place where you can get your vegan on, you can get your you can meditate, and you can just chill. You know what I mean? It's going to be a safe space. It's going to be like this chill. You know what I'm saying? Just picture a space where, you light a candle, maybe you light an incense, you sit back, you hear about some vegan chat, and then you just meditate. It's just going to be a whole chill vibe going on. You'll see. I'm really excited about it. Okay, Sophia says, I would really like to get into meditation. I downloaded the Headspace app a while back, but I haven't been able to consistently use it. You know what, Sophia? I did the same exact thing. So I'm hoping like this group situation that we all can get into will help. Now, also, there's an app that I've been using. Well, actually, I just started using it. It's called Habit Share. Habit Share, right? And it's a great little app. You can have accountability partners. You can have a group of accountability partners, and you can create, especially if your goal is to create certain habits, and you can hold each other accountable. It's really a great little app, and it's totally free. So check out Habit Share. And I'm looking to have something like that where we can all be accountability partners to one another. For those who are really into it, who really want to like jump on board and, get their meditation on along with being vegan. So I got some surprises coming, but the one thing that I'm proud to announce that the new Facebook group will be up and running before the week is out. Please, guys, stay tuned to my page, and you'll see information on how you can jump on board, because it will be a private group. It will not be open to all. But otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I wasn't here Monday, so I hope you guys had a great weekend. Okay, on tonight, I forgot all my notes. I usually have news that I like to talk about, but I have forgot all my notes. So I would love to know, to get the conversation started, would love to know what was your last vegan meal. What did it include? What didn't it include? Was it made with oil? And tell us about the details. Did you cook it, or did you go out and buy it? Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan from Redondo Beach, Los Angeles. Plant-based lecture series starts tonight. Okay, well, I appreciate you jumping on board, but I don't appreciate you advertising someone else. Okay, bye, Susan. All right, let's see what else we have going on. Hey guys, look, I love information. I think that's how we all grow with information. But the thing that I will not tolerate is people advertising for other people on my live to take people who are trying to gain information from what I have to say and what the rest of the people in the room have to say and try to take them somewhere else. That's not how we get down over here. So, but I appreciate you watching as much as you did. Okay, Robin, let's see. Okay, the dressing. Extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar, mustard, garlic, fresh pears. Okay, it sounds interesting. I could probably do that. Everything except for the olive oil. Because in my opinion, this is my opinion. No, it's not my opinion. This is a fact. You know, once the olive oil kind of goes in, once the oil goes in there, like, listen, once you have that salad, which is a beautiful thing, and then this is the killer part when we put the dressing on the salad. Because once we put the dressing that's full of oil, well, you know what? I'm not even going to call it oil. Let's call it fat. So once you have a salad that has no fat, then you put, gobs of pure fat, which is oil. It kind of like defeats the purpose. But I mean, it sounds good. And, I used to do the same thing at one point, but now that I'm more aware, and I think that we can be critical from a standpoint of caring, because I care. I want you to be super duper healthy. And I know for a fact that oil is not healthy. But maybe you're like me, trying to get there. And as you're walking through this your whole journey of your vegan journey, hopefully you will be able to leave that oil behind as well. But thanks for sharing. I love that recipe, minus the oil. Yeah, so for me, my last meal for the evening, because I try to stop. I try to stop eating at 8 o'clock. So today I only eat, my window of eating food is from 12 to 8. So it's an 8-hour window with 16 hours of fasting, right? And I try my best. I didn't work out today, but I try my best to work out in a fasted state in order to continue to burn as much fat that's just laying around for no apparent reason. So I make that body do the work during the time it is fasting and repairing and healing itself. And so yes, so my last meal of the day, was I had a bowl of TVP, which is texturized vegetable protein, and then I had onions, green peppers, a little soy sauce, and that's it. And then I put that on my little skillet thing, my griller, whatever you want to call it, electric grill, skillet, whatever. I put it on there, and then I just added a little bit of water. The vegetables were frozen, so that there kind of created some moisture. Added the TVP, seasoned it with some sage and Italian spice and a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, and I was good to go. And that was it. And that'd be it. And I'll probably drink a cup of tea or two and call it a night. Yes, hey guys, make sure we have my vegan friend, Sabrina Freeman, who lives in Philly, who runs a couple of vegan pages. She runs, okay, Sabrina, correct me if I'm wrong or add what I've missed. You run the Black Vegan or Philly Black Vegans. You also run vegan YouTubers and bloggers page and Black Vegan Beginners 101. Okay, and I think if I missed something or I stand to be corrected, Sabrina, please jump in there and do just that. But you guys may see Sabrina because she goes to every vegan event in Philly and I think she's also ventured outside of Philly to New York. You may see her there. This is Sabrina is a vegan on a mission. But I hope you guys are doing well. Anyway, thanks for watching the show. Guys, make sure you follow me. I put all my information below. Oh, let me fix my screen. I put all my information below. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter. Okay? And I'm Urban Black Vegan all over the place. But I hope things are going well with you. I would love to know what was the last thing you ate. And I think what reason we're doing this so we can provide people with ideas about what they ate. What they can eat, meals you can prepare either at home or you can go out and buy. And if you bought it out somewhere, list that place too, because you never know, someone might live in your area and not know of a certain place that sells those vegan options. Hey CC, yes, it says, I'm truly paying attention, trying to cut out the oil. You know what? Cutting out oil, let's talk about oil for a moment, because cutting out oil, it's not easy. I'm not going to, because we are so conditioned. We've been so conditioned to just add oil. So when we take it away, we automatically say to ourselves like, okay, but what am I going to use instead of oil? You don't have to use anything, to tell you the truth. But we're so conditioned to believe that we need that oil. And I truly believe, especially a lot of us, I know for myself, when I found myself plateauing, like, you lose a certain amount of weight and you're like, I can't lose anymore. But if you're keeping your own vegan food journal, you can look back and look at the food that you are taking in and start to eliminate certain things. And sometimes it's that oil, because it is the most calorie dense food product. I'm not going to call it a food because I only consider whole foods actual food. Anything else is kind of a bastard. It's like a bastard food. So oil, which has been stripped from its host, you can't grow oil. You can grow an olive and then you can extract it from the olive, but you can't grow olive oil per se. So with that being said, I believe that it's the oil that is blocking a lot of gains. I believe it's the oil that kind of like plateaus a lot of us, and we're in search and we can't find out what is it. We didn't cut out so many things. Oh, and you say to yourself, I'm just eating salads every day. But then you're putting in gobs of oil, or you're eating something. You're eating like a vegan chip or a cracker or something like that. And yes, it's totally vegan, but little do you know it has oil. And you're wondering why you cannot surpass, or you wonder why you're at this particular plateau. I truly believe it's the oil. I know it was for me. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're holding it down in your city. I know Philly, we are just like, we have tons of things going on in Philly around the vegan scene. Now, I must say it's very much segregated. Now, we just got off, this other thing I want to talk about, because I was talking about it to another vegan friend of mine. Now, we just got finished with Vegan Restaurant Week in Philly. That was last week, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Well, actually, we just got finished with Vegan Restaurant Week. I went to one restaurant, and it was okay. I must admit, I was a little apprehensive at first because, once again, I have this thing about not knowing what's in my food. I don't care that it's vegan, but you got to tell me more than that. It's vegan. Well, is it a lot of oil in this, or is it vegan out of a can? Is it vegan out of a package? Like, did you make it here? Was it frozen vegan food from yesterday? I don't know. I think sometimes, I don't know. But anyway, it was it was pretty good. It was Miss Rachel's Pantry right here in Philly, in a very gentrified part of the city, I may say. But that doesn't matter, I'll go. Now, the thing is that in Philly, we have multiple black-owned vegan restaurants. And even right here in Germantown, where I'm broadcasting tonight and where my studio is situated, there are 4 vegan restaurants on the same block or street. There's 4 of them, including a 100% totally raw vegan restaurant, all owned by black women, all run by black women. I mean, it's an amazing thing. And I was a little taken back because of the fact that I wasn't surprised. I can't say I was surprised, but not one of them was mentioned in Restaurant Week. I didn't see one review. I didn't see one person posting a picture. I didn't see any mention. And to me, this is a big deal because as the myth goes that black people don't eat this way, black people aren't healthy. That's not a myth because that's pretty much the truth. But I thought it would have been a great opportunity to highlight businesses, more specifically restaurants that are vegan and black and concentrated in one particular area. And I live in a predominantly black area. There's some gentrification happening, but these restaurants, you got a couple of them that have been here for over 20 years. And I'm talking about vegan restaurants, the vegan restaurants and they make more than just burgers. We're talking about a vegan restaurant that makes duck. We've had vegan restaurants that make salad out of carrots. I mean, some amazing things happening, but very little press is focused toward these restaurants. We need to change that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll go to, I've been vegan it's going on 8 years now. And the reason I bring this up is because in this whole vegan community, you go to these vegan events, things are changing now because of social media, because of Facebook, because of these things. Things are definitely changing. But it was a time when I would go to places, I would be the only black person there. You know what I mean? And you would feel some kind of way. I still go to events and talks and lectures that I am the only black person there, or maybe one of a handful. I'm not going to, I still stand up and speak my truth and try to bring attention to some of the problems that the inner city is facing because of the lack of knowledge. But at the same time, there are people doing the hard work in the black community. And I think we just need to recognize that. I will also say this. There's a lot of vegans of color who I think have platforms, and if we try harder to promote some of these black restaurants, not just in Philly, all over, and we can try harder to promote a lot of these black-owned restaurants that are vegan focused. Maybe that would help to change the tide of the way people think in relationship to veganism and black people. That's all I got to say. Let me get off my high horse and check some more of these messages and see what people have to say. Hello. All right. Good night. Be safe. Oh, sorry about that. We have people in the studio tonight. Okay. So Sabrina, let's see. My opinion. The black vegan restaurants in Philly don't get any love from the vegan community in the city. Yes, Sabrina. I'm glad that you brought that up because I was thinking like it was, I thought it was just me at one point because I'm saying to myself, now, of course, I am very critical. I am so pro-black, not militant black, but definitely pro-black. And I want us to be acknowledged and respected as part of this bigger community, but also often, especially here in Philly is very segregated. It's a very segregated city, and unfortunately, the segregation seeped into or is a part of the vegan community as well. Whereas though, yes, you will see black vegans at what I like to say are white vegan events, but not so much the other way. There are black vegan events, like we have an event here in Philly called I think they went on for a couple years. I haven't been, not my type of event, The black, it's a vegan picnic that happens in the park. That's a black vegan event. I didn't see any white people there whatsoever. Now, vegan restaurant week, when I went to the restaurant, there were a couple black people there. And actually, we were able to talk, and that was great. But once again, it was a white-owned restaurant. And all the restaurants that were featured for Vegan Restaurant Week in Philly were only white. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I would love someone to say, "Oh, no, this restaurant, maybe I overlooked it. I'm only human. I'm only one person." But I think we just need to do a better job. We just need to do a better job. And I'm only one person, but I'm going to try my darndest to bring light to those in the community, especially communities of color who are doing the hard work. So I just encourage those who are people of color, to help raise your voice, and let's talk about it. Let's not sway away from the hard issues. Like, it's so easy just to talk about, I had avocados and chickpeas. Yeah, that's real easy to talk about, but we need to talk about some of this hard stuff. And the hard stuff is the fact that there's segregation going on within the vegan community. There is a emphasis put on certain groups in Philadelphia. I don't know if this is happening in your city, but we're very cliquish here in Philadelphia, where there's like little cliques. And each of these cliques usually tend to be either a black clique or a white clique. I don't know, but I don't like it, and it's irritating. Now, I know that I'm probably going to have some vegans who are going to jump on here and say, "Oh my God, John, how could you say that?" I say it because it's the truth. Okay, let's see. Sophia, it just shows that 400 calories is veg, fills up your stomach, but you can only get a spoonful of oil for that. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying about this oil. That's exactly what I'm saying about oil. Now, a tablespoon of oil is 100. I don't care what type of oil you talk about, the black seed oil, whatever oil. Now, you may say, "Oh, there's benefits." You can find a benefit in almost anything. It doesn't mean that it's good for you, and doesn't mean that it's nutritional for you. There's no nutritional benefits out of oil. And just like you're saying, Sophia, you can have 2 tablespoons of oil, which would be 240 calories. If you were to eat the same equivalent of calories, say in vegetables, you have a bowl full of vegetables, and not only that, you will have a bowl full of veggies that would include protein, include fiber, and whatever, depending on the vegetable, a ton of other vitamins, A and C, and the list goes on and on and on. So why in the world? No, let me put it this way. So by me minusing a tablespoon of oil, which is 120 calories, that just means that much more food I can add to my plate, because I don't have these unnecessary calories. So I can have another helping of greens. I can have another helping of maybe another potato. You can have these things because you're cutting out one of the most dense calorie food products on the planet. There is no food product that's more calorie dense. None, zero, zilch, more calorie dense than oil. So that's why I'm always hammering away at people who post pictures of stuff like fried cauliflower and fried eggplant, or French fries, or cheesesteaks cooked with fries, or vegan butter or vegan mayo, because these things all have nothing but oil. I mean, and it's doing us no favors. And I believe within the next year or two, you're going to have a lot of vegans who are going to be jumping online saying, "I'm vegan. I've been vegan for a year." Or maybe you've seen these posts. "I've been vegan for a year and I keep gaining weight." What's up, Andrew Filmmaker Williams? How's everybody doing? We're doing good, brother. I'm glad that you're able to jump on board, add your voice to the conversation. Hope all is well. We're talking about your last meal. What was your last meal that you ate? Was it vegan? Hopefully it was definitely vegan. Was it healthy? Did you make it? And if you make it, let's share some details like a recipe or maybe what you used to prepare that food, or maybe you ate out. We're trying to give people ideas on different meals that they can have at home or out at a restaurant. And we're kind of, I'm not going to say we're critiquing, but we're kind of like taking a close look at what makes it healthy or not healthy. Hey, Robin. So I can't really relate to your Philly experience. Okay, well, I'm not sure what city. I'm in a big city. I'm not sure if you're in a big city. But every city is different. You probably have your own experiences there. And I'm not sure how long you've been vegan, or if you've had any challenges that way as far as in your community, in your vegan community. And if you do, please let me know. I would love to hear where you're checking in from and what type of experiences you guys are having out there within your community. Or is there a strong vegan community? We have a strong vegan community here in Philly, nonetheless. Oh, I just seen this page. Oh, so all your vegan restaurants are Asian. Wow. Like, okay, so where are you guys located? Like, what part, not your home address, but what part of the world are you in? See, we even have, even in Philly, we have a Chinatown, which is nothing but Asian restaurants. And yeah, every Asian restaurant sells tofu, because that is like a big deal in Asia. Tofu has been a big deal in Asia. So you can go to any Asian restaurant and get a vegan meal without a doubt. Oh, San Jose. Oh, San Francisco. Okay. Now, although you may not have a black-owned vegan restaurant, I'm kind of surprised because I thought it was spreading all over. But I'm pretty sure there has to be like a nice. And you're saying there's no vegan restaurants besides Asian. I'm kind of surprised to hear that, especially right outside San Francisco. That's interesting. Okay, Andrew. So you're saying this week. So let's see what Andrew's been eating. Bananas, pineapples, avocado, and kale. So are you like fruitarian, or are you just doing straight fruit? Is that your main thing? Just fruit? If so, that's cool. I can't. I met a fruitarian, but I can't do it. I don't know. I like texture. I like variety. The sweetness is cool, but I can only take but so much sweetness. And you know, the banana thing, I've just cut back on bananas. I used to be a banana-holic, just doing one banana after another, but I've recently cut back on bananas. Okay, 40 miles south of San Francisco in Oakland. Okay. Yep, but I hope you guys are good. So this is my show. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to my... I'm sorry, guys. I'm dealing with... I don't know what happened to all my... Not sure what happened to all my stuff that I had on here, which is missing. But this is the show. Welcome to the show. The Urban Black Vegan. Every Monday night I come to you. Well, it's Tuesday, but I try to come to you every week. Trying to fix this situation here. Okay. All right, that's better. All right, so welcome to the show. Like I said, every Monday night, but I happen to come to you on Tuesday because I was not around yesterday. Every Monday night, what we try to do is talk all things vegan. Conversation, observations about being vegan, about what's going on, challenges on the vegan journey. I've been vegan for 8 years, well, going on 8 years now. Went from fat to fit, lost about 65 pounds, hardcore vegan now. And I try to do things, outreach for the community as well. And this is one of my outreach efforts to inform and elevate the community by sharing experiences, not only mine, but hopefully yours as well. So with that being said, I hope all is well with you guys. Let's talk. All right, Tiffany, let's see what you have to say. I live in North Florida, no vegan restaurants within 40 miles. No vegan restaurants in North Florida. And this is your first month as a vegan. Okay, we need to help. We need to help Sister Tiffany, because I find it super hard to believe that North Florida has no vegan restaurants. So if there's anybody in the family that lives in Florida or in North Florida, please reach out to Tiff or list something where we can, so we can help her. I can't believe there's no vegan restaurants. So hopefully we put the call out, Tiffany. Hopefully. Oh, and congratulations on your first month as a vegan. Tiff, let me ask you why. What made you want to go this route as far as being plant-based, vegan? And are you the only one in your family doing it? Did someone encourage you, or do you have an accountability partner? Like, give us some info. All right, Marion, good night. I'll see you next week. Hopefully you'll chime in next week. All right, Sophia, there is no black vegan scene in Hertfordshire. Oh, in the UK. There's just a vegan community which is majority white. I am used to being the odd one out every time I go. I went to a 3-day camp out recently. There was a Caribbean vegan food truck. Wow, that's pretty cool. I planned to go there for breakfast each morning, but they were closed for one of the mornings. I asked them if they could open the next day early. You got to be in it to win it. Yes. And that's kind of like how I felt for a while. But I must admit that the vegan scene in Philly is just exploding. But I understand and I can relate to what you're going through. But hang in there, because it seems as though things are taking a turn. And although it doesn't look so good right now as far as having other people who look like you within the community, it'll turn around. I'm certain. Okay, Tiffany. Yeah, I wanted to know why she was on this. Okay, on this journey. Tiffany says, I watched the documentary, changed my life. My husband and 2 kids are now. Wow. Okay, now, Tiffany, now that you said that, you have to let us know, like, what was the documentary? What documentary did you watch that changed your life? Please, please, please share. Because this is the kind of information, because I did the same thing. When I went vegan, like over 7 years ago, I watched a documentary which was called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That's the documentary that changed my life. It was that night in 2011, after watching that documentary, the very next day, without hesitation, I started my journey to being to where I am now, which has been vegan for 7 years. So definitely share. See, it's stories like this that helps the community, because sometimes it could be the smallest thing. It could be a documentary. It could be something you've seen on your feed on Facebook. It could be a word that you heard at a lecture or a conference. It could be a friend. It could be a family illness, God forbid. It could be a personal medical situation that you're dealing with. It could be anything And that's why everybody's story is different to how they came to see the light of day as far as wanting to make a change for the better, not only for their health, but for their community. And when I hear an entire family doing it, I need to know what documentary that was. Okay, the documentary was called What the Health? Eye Opening. Yes. And you know what, Tiffany? I believe that What the Health has awakened the consciousness of many black people, has taken them from deniers to believers. Because when the information they laid out, and the great thing they did it without trying to hit you over the head with like these horrifying, brutal videos of cows being raped and all this other stuff. They did it intellectually. They did it by just laying out the facts that were undeniable. And if you walked away from after watching What the Health and was still in denial, there's a bigger problem. Because it was black and white. So yes, I am so glad to hear What the Health. And I think What the Health is a huge contributor to the reason why many people have decided to go down this vegan road. So welcome aboard. Yes, that is the Australian guy who did the juicing. Robin said, is that the Australian guy? Yes, that was the Australian guy. And that's what I watched 7+ years ago. I watched that documentary, and I was him, but I was the black version. I was him. I was the guy with the big old belly, on medication, sluggish, couldn't do things. I couldn't do a push-up. I couldn't even run up and down. I couldn't get up and down the steps without heavy breathing. That was me. And it brought me to tears that night because I thought I was watching me. And once I said, I can do that. We were about the same age. I said, he can do it. I can do it. And I juiced for 30. I didn't juice. I think he did for 60 days. I did for 31 days. 31 days. I went out the very next day and bought a juicer and didn't look back since. 31 days of juicing. I lost 30 pounds, 31 pounds, something like that. 35 pounds. It was in the 30s, right? And let me say this. Once you see this weight coming off of you, because I had low self-esteem, I was dealing with depression at the time, just a low self, just didn't like myself. I'm gonna be real honest, just didn't like myself, didn't like what I was, how I was presenting to the world and to myself. So when you start seeing the weight, the physical weight, okay, let me say this. It's a physical weight that was dropping. And then also the mental weight was getting lighter. You know, it was just getting lighter because I was starting to feel better about me. So it was real. It was like a spiritual experience for me. It was more than just like I lost this weight. Now I can wear size 32 pants. It was more than that, you know, but that was definitely part of it. According to Google, there are 3 vegan restaurants in Jacksonville, Florida. I thought, okay, so okay, Everett, thanks for that information. Now, also, there's an app that you can get called Happy Cow, and I believe they still have a free version, Happy Cow, and if not, it's well worth it. I would download that app and just, because what it does, Happy Cow, what it does, it locates all vegan friendly restaurants that are near you after you put in a zip code. So try that out. I'll be interested to know what Happy Cow has to say. I went in search of vegan restaurants, and then when I saw that most of them were offering what they then were offering and looked at the price, it stopped being a priority for me. I do want more vegan restaurants to open though, so that we're encouraged at least a plant-based. Yes, I agree, and that's another one of my beefs that I have here. I think a lot of our entrepreneurs or vegan entrepreneurs or even entrepreneurs or restaurant people who have restaurants or open up vegan restaurants, I think a lot of them play into the whole mindset that vegan food is expensive, so they exploit that. To me, and I cook vegan food, and like here in Philadelphia, I've seen on food trucks where there are cheesesteaks, which is just bread and some kind of, you can make it from using jackfruit, make a cheesesteak using jackfruit, TVP. There's a ton of different options to make a cheesesteak, or you can make seitan, which is super, super cheap. But I've seen them for $15 for a cheesesteak. That is insane. When maybe you can buy a cheesesteak, a regular carnivore cheesesteak for, I don't know, $8. So why are you paying? So what happens is that a lot of these vegan restaurants, they capitalize off the fact that people expect to pay more for vegan food. But at the same time, they're doing damage to the whole idea of being vegan or eating healthy. Because the first thing you hear people say is like, I can't afford to eat healthy. When it's really not that expensive. It's just that these restaurants have figured out that vegans will pay more. They don't mind paying more. So they just gouge them with these ridiculous prices. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm working on, I have something coming up that I can't announce just yet that is going to dispel that myth. But yeah, I can see it can be discouraging, restaurants. And that's one reason I have a hard time going to a restaurant, and if I decide to buy mac and cheese, it's going to cost me $9 for a little bowl of mac and cheese. And I'm like, why? Why? I mean, I can give me some nutritional yeast, some noodles, some nutritional noodles, and I'll make my cheese out of sunflower seeds or cashews. It doesn't matter. And I can make the same thing for $1, $2 at most. I mean, per serving. It's insane. But I do believe that they capitalize off the fact that people believe that vegan food and are acceptable about the fact that vegan food is supposed to be expensive. So they go for it. It doesn't have to be that way. Yes, Sabrina. Eating out is expensive, but even with that, I don't think it has to be. Wouldn't it be amazing? And this is some of the battle that we're up against in the vegan community when we're trying to spread the message of eating plant-based food or vegan food that falls on deaf ears once people say, "Oh, I can go to Wendy's and get a 4 for $4." If that's going to include fries. That's going to include fries, a burger, and some nuggets for $4. And then some sugar water, something to drink. Now, okay, why can't we have a vegan restaurant? Or wouldn't it be amazing to go to a restaurant that has a budget menu for vegan food? I mean, wouldn't it be cool to buy like some kind of vegan food that's like $2? You know, I mean, like quality vegan food, something made out of plants. But I think it can be done. I think it's an opportunity that's waiting to be seized upon by the right entrepreneur. But I'm working on something. Stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. Stay tuned. Okay, we're going to revolutionize this whole idea of what vegan food can be and what it should cost and dispel the myth. Someone needs to do it. Dispel this myth that vegan food, eating out is just cost prohibitive. I mean, listen, I seen fries because it was on in a vegan establishment for $6. French fries for $6. Listen, I don't care if you're putting nutritional yeast, you're going to sprinkle a little basil on it, you're going to add a little cashew cream salt. I don't care. French fries should not be $6. And that's just my opinion. No, that's not my opinion. That's a fact. There's no need for them to be $6. $6 for French fries. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out my... Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. I'm not sure what's going on. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope it's you all are getting your vegan on in wherever you are located. I'm in Philly, and the vegan scene is definitely a strong one here. But at the same time, I would love to know how the vegan scene is in your neck of the woods. Yeah. Because I can sit here and talk about Philly all day, but that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, Andrew. And you know what, Andrew? I believe that it can be done. I believe, now don't get me wrong, there's some things that are just going to be expensive when you start with some ingredients that are a little bit more expensive. But you're doing things with avocados, and I mean there are some dishes that are definitely expensive, just like with meat dishes. If you get a high grade of some kind of beef, I'm not even sure, steak, it's going to be more expensive than like a strip steak opposed to a T-bone. It's going to be more expensive. So if you're going for things like avocados that are just a little bit more expensive, of course it's going to cost a little bit more. But it doesn't have to be the case with all vegan food. And I do believe that there's a way, and I just think that greed unfortunately has gotten in the way of a lot of vegan vegan chefs or whatnot, and that has made the food so expensive, and it just creates another excuse for non-vegans to say, oh, I can't afford for that. And can you blame them when they see a cheesesteak that's $15, when they see French fries are $6? Just think about it. If on a Friday night, and you're going to say your whole family is vegan, you might want to go to a restaurant, and you're going to buy a couple, going to buy a couple cheesesteaks, a couple hamburgers. I seen people post buying a hamburger and fries, and for a small family that was like $60 for a hamburger. It's not fine dining. They didn't have any wine. That's ridiculous. So I do truly believe that there is a way that we can have vegan food that is super uber duper affordable, that can combat that whole myth that vegan food is way too expensive. So yeah, I commend you, Andrew, on trying to figure that out, because I'm trying to do the same thing. And I do have an announcement that will be coming within the next few weeks. But guys, don't forget, I am also starting my own Facebook group. The working name at this point is called, what did I say? Vegan Meditate and Chill. Yes, Vegan Meditate and Chill. So that's what we're working with, the title, unless I think of something else. But it's going to be a closed private group that is going to, I'm sorry, I'm reading what Andrew has to say. It's going to be a closed private group. We're going to have live meditations. That will be done by my vegan friend in Chicago. Her name is Tracy Cox. And we're going to have just a whole plethora of other vegan and health and wellness related stuff. So watch out for that. It's called Vegan Meditate and Chill. Coming soon. All right, let's see what my man Andrew has to say. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, guys. So it's about, it's going on 9 o'clock. 10 more minutes. Then we'll wrap it up. But I'm so glad that you guys will jump on board. I'm so upset that I left my notes. I had news to report, some vegan news that I've been trying to incorporate into the show. I'm still trying to figure out this new software that I'm using to to make things right. I like it so far, but it can be tough. And also, I'm trying my best. My daughter is going to start helping me. She's in school for communication, right? Communications. So I'm bringing her on as a producer. She said she's willing to do it. So I'm going to bring her on as a producer to help me produce the show and try to figure out a way to do a cooking demonstration. I'm still trying to figure that out, but don't worry. I'm going to make it happen one way or the other because I do so much cooking. I've been cooking all around the city. I do cooking demonstrations. I'm affiliated with a health and wellness organization right here in Philly where I do cooking demonstrations monthly. I do so much cooking. So I'm going to make sure that I can get online. And my cooking is all oil free. It's all healthy. There's nothing it's just good, healthy, vegan food. So stay tuned. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but we are definitely working on some things to bring that about. Let's see what my friend here, Sophia, has to say. When I eat out, I prefer to have dishes that would take me a lot of time and effort to prepare at home. The majority of foods offered over here, look here, I like. Yes, and you know what, Sophia, I hear what you're saying. Like the dishes that you see over there, like, why are you paying so much for it? And I feel the same way. Now, I recently ate at, for the vegan restaurant week here in Philly, I recently ate at a place called Rachel's Pantry in Philadelphia. Now, this was my meal, and it wasn't ridiculously expensive, but it was a special meal because it was a special price, I believe, because it was restaurant week. So this was the meal. It was a fresh homemade biscuit. You know, they had a biscuit. It was like regular mac and cheese, cashew-based mac and cheese, and it was barbecue ribs, which were basically seitan, and it was like the rib tips. It was like rib tips. So that meal cost me about $16, $17 for that, and it was all contained in one bowl. It was in a bowl. So about $16, $17. And I didn't have anything to drink. There was no dessert. So yeah, when you could break that down, you can make that home, make the whole thing at home for close to nothing. But under $20, I always say, okay, not bad. The portion was okay. I understand it's a restaurant, they're there to make money, and you're paying. And when you go to a restaurant, you're not just paying for the food, you're paying for the atmosphere, you're paying for the service, you're paying for convenience because you don't have to get in that kitchen and do all that cooking and cleaning and whatnot. But see, here's the thing. Vegan food is so simple and easy and can be so quick to make. Like I can make seitan in like 20 minutes. No big deal. I can make seitan in 20 minutes. You know, and then, you know, either steam it or cook, whatever. 20 minutes, I'm done. 10 minutes, as long as you have all your seasoning and you're already prepared, you just throw that thing together. I don't know. October 1st was World Vegetarian Day. I can't even keep up. I know it was Daughter's Day the other day, Son's Day, what have you. I can't even keep up. Every day seems to be there's a day. But I definitely didn't know it was World Vegetarian Day. Thanks for sharing that, bro. Yeah, I'm not surprised either because thanks, Sophia, for this comment. I'm not surprised that a lot of non-vegans are turned off, you know, by, there's a few things. Food pricing is one. The whole idea or concept of being vegan brings a lot of baggage, carries a lot of baggage, you know, either militant baggage, or you just want to change the world. I've even heard people say that being vegan is like a religion. Not really. Just decided not to eat meat, and you have reasons on, why you're doing it. So yeah, there's a lot of things that turn people off, but at the same time, I think people use those as excuses, or they throw up these hurdles like, oh, I'm not this, until you can explain it away, explain them over the hurdle. So, but what we need to do is just be ready for the challenges that people are going to bring to the table when they want to talk about, oh, I'm not vegan because. We just have to be ready. I always say, like, being vegan is like being like, as soon as you announce like you're vegan, you become like this ambassador for all vegans, for all vegan communities. You have become the go-to person for all things vegan. So, but it is interesting. But you know what? I think we just all need to be up for the challenge. Okay, guys, it's just about 9:00. We've been doing this for an hour, we've been live for an hour, 10 minutes. Once again, I apologize for not bringing my notes, all my information about news of the day. But we got some things coming. Stay tuned. We are creating the new Facebook group for people who watch my Facebook Live and follow me on all social media. Guys, make sure you follow me on all social media, which is Urban Black Vegan. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And yeah, so I'm going to sign off now. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to try to do another Facebook Live when we launch our page, our group page. Watch out for Vegan Meditate and Chill, or Meditate Vegan and Chill, or Vegan. It's going to be something like that. But I will see you guys next week. Stay well, stay focused, stay healthy. Peace.